people like to people like to frame cancel culture as this thing where like we're holding people accountable, and I'm like, no, you're not. Like, you're really not. You are you're building someone up and tearing them down, and also removing even the possibility of redemption off the table. And you're now creating this space where you are trying to normalize, hey, if you fuck up and you do something wrong, your life is over. That's where you lose me, because that's a very dangerous that's dangerous. That's a very dangerous idea to push out and to like have people believe. So if people mess up or do something bad, then what? They're supposed to like leave the earth. And I feel like in a way people aren't going to be satisfied until that happens. And that's where I'm confused, because I'm like, okay, well, after the accountability part, what is it that you want? Do you want them to do you want their life to be over and you don't want any type of possibility for them to learn and grow from their mistake? And like, cuz I personally think that's the whole point of us being on this earth. I think the whole point of existing is to experience life as it is and to learn lessons from messing up. This is not none of us have done this before, lived life. So we're all learning as we go. And people trying to erase this idea of redemption or that people can learn and grow from their mistakes is dangerous. It's not okay. And so I think cancel culture amplifies this idea that like you mess up, your life is over. I don't agree with that. I think it's fair to teach someone a lesson. I think it's fair to teach someone a lesson, slap them on the wrist, and take a opportunity from them to teach them a lesson. Absolutely, but I don't then think they should receive like threats, and that people should be pouring this overwhelming thing of hate onto them. I just don't think that it's necessary to dogpile on top of someone that is already being proved as wrong in the situation. And if you want me to be honest, or let me ask this question. Is the goal of cancel culture, is it justice or simply just punishment? I think it's punishment. That's my point. I don't think it's to hold someone, this idea of like holding people accountable. To be honest, I don't think strangers online should be should feel obligated to hold other strangers that they've never met accountable for anything. I don't think we should be playing God. Like, people that do things wrong, that I view morally wrong, I don't feel the need to hold them accountable. I'm not God. Who am I? I don't know this person. I never met them. So it's like, I understand the idea of people who have large platforms and celebrities and like who do, you know, morally fucked up things, and we want to hold them accountable and we want them to know, hey, this is not okay. And just because you are a person with a bigger platform, we're not going to let you get away with it. I think that that is fair. I think that's correct. But I think this like responsibility that strangers on the internet feel to hold people accountable, it's like, well, what does accountability look like? Cuz to me, I think for me and everyone else on the internet, it's totally different. I think acknowledging that someone's wrong, explaining why they're wrong and why this shouldn't happen, and educating people and taking away a opportunity from them is holding someone accountable. I think threatening people and spreading hate and just dogpiling someone and removing all possibility for them to redeem themselves and learn and grow is not holding anyone accountable. You just want to punish them. And I think that's what cancel culture is. I think also there's a branch of it that has something to do with people being jealous. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Why am I seeing drop frames in my OBS? What is happening? Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure everything's good. Exactly. It gives you no room for growth. I think that's weird. That's not like a that's not I don't know, that's not real life. That's not how real life is. I think that a part of it has something to do with people being jealous of other people and their opportunities. And there are people that literally hold on to things. There are literally people that hold on to things because they know that this person is going to get to a certain level in life and they want to prevent them from getting there. And so people will hold on to information until someone gets to a certain level to expose them. You are just as weird as them. And so there does like we do have to speak about the aspect of people who are jealous of people who are in certain positions and get certain opportunities, and people will look for things to cancel people for. The people that look for things to cancel people for are just as weird as the people who did something to get canceled. You're weird. Get a life. That says a lot about society too. Exactly. And it's just not something that I personally align with. I think it's weird. And I think the fact that we're trying to normalize cancel culture, it's dangerous. I understand why like mainstream media aligns with it, right? But it's funny because this like moral code that cancel culture tries to abide by is never like it's never consistent. So it's like, oh, you'll cancel this person, but you won't cancel this person. Or you cancel this person and you'll forgive this person, but you won't forgive that person. It's like you always are able to catch these contradictions, which to me just should like makes the whole thing kind of pointless, because at the end of the day everybody is going to choose to believe what they want to believe. Everybody's going to choose to support whoever they want to support. It's never going to be one way across the board. And another thing is, what's funny about cancel culture is these people online who are pointing the finger like you did this, you did this, you did this. It's like, if only we got to turn the camera on you in your life and every mistake you've ever made and every messed up thing you've ever done. If only we got to do that. I wonder if you would still have all of this rah energy for strangers that you've never met. I wonder if you'd still have this urge to hold people accountable. And to me, there's a privilege in people who push cancel culture, because y'all are people that hide behind avatars on Twitter, who don't have to share anything about your personal lives, who don't have a magnifying glass over them 24/7. So there's no one looking or digging for anything in your life to point at. There's no type of like positive intention behind it. It's only to tear someone down and make them feel like they shouldn't be here because they did something wrong. That's like crazy. I feel like people should cancel. I feel like people should cancel the behavior and not always the person. Absolutely. But, for some reason people on social media can't separate the two, which is odd. Um I don't know. And I also think that I don't know if people realize this, but social media as a whole, we create these people with platforms and with celebrities, we build them up. So anyone you see with a platform, right? You provided them with this. You are to blame. So just like we give it to them, we have the right to take it away. And I think that people underestimate you just ignoring something. If you if someone does something that you don't agree with or that you don't like, you can literally just ignore them. We could just like we gave them a platform, we can take it away and we literally don't have to acknowledge them. What social media does is the opposite. Someone that they cancel, they highlight everything they do and they hate on it because they feel like you did this bad thing, you should no longer get to have a career, you should no longer get to have opportunities or to even breathe. But it's like, well, if you don't want to support them, then just don't support them. And if and if everyone was on the same page and just ignored the person that they canceled, their end goal for them to like not have a platform and not, be able to advance in whatever the career they were in would be successful. But what people do is like you build this person up, you tear them down, and then after you tear them down, anything they continue to try to do after that, you're going to continue to hate on and push down on. And it's like, why even put a spotlight on them in general? Just ignore them. Just ignore them. And so it's just like, it's a whole lot about this that it's annoyed me forever. And again, I feel like the initial intent behind it is to hold people with bigger platforms accountable, because people who are super famous and or have a lot of money and resources feel like they can get away with certain things, and they should not. They should not uh they should not be able to do that. They don't want to ignore them, like you say, they want to tear people down. And I just think that like that's what I'm talking about. Like seeing so much of that, I'm not going to join in on it. Like if there are thousands of other people bringing this person down, even if I do disagree with what they did, I'm not going to join in on it. Like it's just kind of not necessary to me. I don't agree with it, whatever. I'm not going to sit up here and like dogpile people. Um and so I think the most dangerous thing is removing the idea of redemption. That leads to people no longer wanting to be here, and I think that is dangerous. So when you have a kid, when your kid messes up or does something wrong, you want them to then feel like they should no longer be here because they messed up or they did something bad. Like, hello, this isn't like we everyone are am I tripping? Like everyone breathing has done or said at least one thing that was not morally correct or has messed up in some kind of way, whether you want to make the if you want to make it an extreme case scenario or a not so extreme. And so it should not be this like really dramatic thing where like uh we're burning someone at the stake for every single thing. Like I just don't. I think that's a little bit dramatic, to be honest.